welcome to a new season, 2024. We're 16th of March today. No, sorry, 17th of March. I'm looking right. 17th of March. We're back at the River Camp in Austria. The season opened officially yesterday, but there was other things happening, so we're here now anyway. We're going to start off at this pool. We're going to be fishing a small streamer down through this. There's a few fish rising and there's a couple of wee olives coming off, but there's not enough to make me go into the dry fly box yet. But it's usually quite a productive pool, this, like kind of early on in the season, so it should be good. I've got my number one fan with me as well today. It's been a long winter, not the best weather either, so we're getting out today when it's a little bit of sunshine. Still fresh though, it's like what, 10 degrees, 11 degrees, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident that we'll get something here anyway. So, well, let's do it. So we're just coming down to the pool. Sabine's just gone down for a wee look at the water. Lovely bit of water. This is usually, it's about the deepest part of the whole river. Here just, we're going to just come in round this side. It's nice at this time of the year as well, because the water's at the right level for once. Oh, here we go. So we've got on a wee like a little woolly bugger type thing, a little tungsten bead, and we're just going to flick it through and see what happens. It's the first cast of the season. Check it up through. There's some big fish out here over the years. Just let it. Of course, it's been a whole winter. I'm not doing this. I'm a wee bit rusty still. There's a few flies coming off there now. The fly moving about there. Oh, that was a fish. Not a big fish, but it was one, so they're interested. If it arises. Sink down. It's not always the easiest pool to fish through this one either, because you've got such a strong undertow here usually. It's not the easiest to actually manage the fly around the pool properly. I mean, here it's not an issue, but there we go, there's a fish. No huge, but it's a fish. And it's the first of the year. Well, let's have a wee look at you, son. It's taking that wee woolly bugger. There he is. Now. Oh, and there he was. No. Going to come back and look for us, or are you going to go? Ah, he's happy, he's out. Off he goes. Now, let's see what happens down here. Of course, it's the first time for me being back in the river as well for a year. Well, of course, it's the first time for me being back in the river, or back in the water since last year. So I'm still finding my, you can see my sea legs. But we're going to have to, I mean, it's chucking it in there's alright, but ideally you want to get in. Ideally you want to get in so you can cast it up into it. Oh, there we go, it's me almost in my arse. Right, you want to get it ideally in there and hold it there. It doesn't harm really or hurt you're fishing it downstream like this to put a few in earlier as you're coming down, but we don't need that much line in it either. Of course I get the wind whistling down over my shoulder now. Oh yeah, it's a much bigger fish. It's a cracker. That's what we were after. And don't come off now. Of course I've got to get him out of this faster water. Get him in the reel. He's not huge, but he's far better than what we had earlier. We'll try and bring him across out of the faster water. He looks well enough hooked, but I've said that before. He's no massive, but for an early season fish, he's just lovely. And look at that. There we go. Oh aye, you'll do nicely. Oh, what a fish. What a fish. So, there we go. Oh yes. Good bite. Well, that was alright, wasn't it? So we're coming to a pool that I usually fish later on in the year, but I mean, the majority of those trout I was getting at that last one were in shallower water, so this one's got a nice deep hole as the water comes through and it shelves back up again. So we'll give it a fish down with the wet, the March brown, and we'll see what happens. We'll just start up at the top of the pool and just fish it in that the slower water first. Again, there should be fish in it, I think. Oh, he's no massive, but he'll do me. Oh, there he goes. Let's just plunk that one into the net. Assuming I get him in. Get the net wet a wee bit before he comes in. Oh, he's no massive, but he wanted to be on camera. Again, it's the perfect neck. And a wee bite on him for something I can only assume. Well, I think I saw a few of your sawbilled chums up the river. There he is. He's a wee bit more on the kind of skinnier side, but again, lovely condition. And back he goes. So we're giving this the first chuck out in here. I've had some big fish out here over the years as well. Not ever this earliest this in the season, but I have. Oh, there's a fish, and it's no huge, but it's a fish. A decent fish too. Just, oh, you forget how strong. Proper wild brown trout just are unmatched for power, I have to say. There we go. That was a good start. It's my favourite bit of water on the whole river in general. They're in great condition. Just now these fish. I've seen them skinnier in the past. They're in lovely condition this year, on average. Second. Look at that. That's just beautiful. So, we say bye-bye. See you when you're a bit bigger, hopefully. And well, mid-May, end of May, with the right weather conditions. And we get stoneflies en masse on this river. And the fish do go potty on them. Just a wee one. Oh, that was an assisted jump. He's a tiny wee guy. Okay. It's really just, there we go. Look at that. Unbelievable. perfection. There you go. So, here we are. One of the last places we fished today. It's usually a good spot for fishing let fly down and across. I've had some good fish out here over the years as well. The best bit of this pool is if you fire it across to the far side and swing it over. It's one of the pools that we usually fish in the springtime. It just seems to hold fish, especially in the shallower water across there. But we'll see what happens. Oh, there's one. Again, oh, there was one. That was a fish. Didn't feel very big though. And usually when it gets to about there and the fly starts to rise, that's when it's fishing the best. Oh, that wasn't big at all, that was tiny. That's a better fish. Again, super soft take, really delicate, barely felt it. There he is. Now, let's have a little look at you. There he is. A bonny wee thing, look at those fins. It's unreal. We'll pop him back in. Just feel that slight resistance. And you see your line just making that tiny pause as it's coming round, and of course you don't want to pull it away too fast in case it's another semi-decent trout for this time of the year. Well, he's very nice, we'll take him. See if you got fish that size all day, you wouldn't be complaining. Oh aye, that's a nice looking trout, that. Right, we'll bring him round. There we go. Oh, that's more like it. Come here. I know he'd at this time of the year as well, but still it's a decent condition for the time of the year. It's a wee male fish. There he is. Look at that. You can't really complain about that. So, goodbye son. Lovely condition for this time of the year. So, we're heading to the last pool for today. Again, if any of you watched the River Diaries from last year, you might vaguely recognise this pool. I mean, I approached it from the other direction last year, as I normally would, but seeing as we're fishing down and across today, we're approaching it from the upstream position instead. A super pool. Again, there's nearly always fish in it. I think I very rarely fished here and not caught anything. Let's just get them down here. God, these rocks never get any less slippy as well. So most of the better fish hold about from my rod's pointing just now down to where the tree hits the water. That's the kind of the hot spot. There's always fish here as well at the front, but the real hot spot, if you're fishing downstream especially, you want to get in there and just hang it in there for as long as you can. We'll give it in. Not out yet, the flat was out. There we go. Put it on the head of me first before I go down there. Oh yeah, there we go, boom! Oh, you wanted that. That's a proper hit. Lovely. He's getting himself all covered in weed. We'll get that off in a jiffy if we get him in. He's a very skinny one. The first actual really like kind of skinny one for the size that we've had today. I'm going to get a meal. Get some beef on you. Oh dear. A lovely day though. We've only been here for about 4 hours, so it's not been there's not much sense at this time. In years gone by I've seen me being here for 8 or 9 hours at this time of the year, but really if it's a sunny day like it was today, I mean it wasn't exactly warm, but the sun got the flies moving. It makes far more sense to be here for midday. Any time after 1 o'clock, maybe 12:30, until about 3 o'clock at this time of the year. If you're going to get a hatch here, that's the time. So obviously, if that's when the fish are going to be feeding, it makes very little sense being here just for the sake of it. Obviously it's nice being out, you know, and certainly in terms of bigger fish anyway, in there. You just want to try and hold it in there as long as you can. And there's a fish. No idea how big he is. But he's shaking his head. Oh, here is not a bad fish, this, you know. We'll try and keep that, you know. This would be a nice one to finish the day with now. Again, he's no massive, but he's one of the better ones we've had today. Let's see if we get him in. He's not huge, but they're all welcome, but he's a wee bit rounder than the last one. A little bit more of a condition on him. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna get this, sorry. It's me saying sorry to the fish. Look at that. Pretty as a picture, eh? It's gorgeous, big red dots. Big red spots with the white rings going around them. Just absolutely beautiful. Almost like someone's painted them on. This fly's getting destroyed. Right, well, that was a pretty good session. We were here for about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, so I think we did quite well for that. I mean, considering the second day of the season, it's still pretty cold and barren behind me there. But lots of good fish. Lost a couple of better ones. Had a decent couple of, well, nicer ones, let's say, in the net as well. So I can't really complain. I certainly wouldn't grumble about fishing like that every day of the year. So anyway, it's only going to get better, and we'll see you soon.